Hey, what's up? Hello, YouTube fam. Welcome back to my channel. It has been too long. Too long. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. I can't believe how fast time has gone by. I have missed doing a video like this, so I was like, you know what? It's January. Let me do something. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Carrington. Before I get started, I just want to say that if you do like this video at the end, be sure to hit the like button. That's definitely going to help out my channel. And make sure you subscribe if you like my content, you know? You can just hit that sub button right there. In this video today, we are going to be discussing how you are going to make 2022 your year. It is going to be a great year, you guys. I can feel it. I can feel it, okay? Number one, we are going to build meaningful relationships. And I say that because I feel like these last few years on social media a lot, I've seen a lot of people saying how I can do life by myself. I'm doing me. I don't need anyone else but myself. You know, me, myself, and I. And I have to disagree with this mentality because my friends and my family have helped me so much in my life. I do not know where I would be without them. And I know a lot of people say that, but it's the truth for me. I have been through some really crappy situations. If you guys ever get a chance to hear about my last relationship, that you would think my whole life was a movie. Like, when it came down to just really tough times and breakups or just going through school or anything like that, my family and friends have been there for me, and I really do not know where I would be without them today. Mentally, I'm in such a great space, and it's because of the support that I have. I know a lot of people like to throw around that statement, you know, we come into this world alone and we die alone. And yes, that is true. But to go off of that statement, life is so quick. It moves so fast, you guys. And sorry, I'm like getting stumbly with my words right now, but I lost my grandfather last year, and losing him just made you realize how fast life goes by. Like, it moves so quick. It's so short. And even before my grandpa had passed, there would be times when we talked to him and he would say, you know, life really does go by fast. And I think just hearing him speak on that, and after losing him, it's just made me realize how important it is to make the most of everything that we have in life. So yeah, we come in this world and then we die by ourselves, we die alone. But so to go off of that, why not make it the most out of it? Why not fill up and take as much in as you can from life as possible? So whether that's making new friends or falling in love and trying to find a life partner, I feel like that's very important, and that doesn't get discussed enough on social media. I view life now as like, I want to make the most of it. I want to build as many meaningful connections as I can. And I'm talking about relationships that are like going to nourish my soul. I'm not saying that you should hold on and stick to being friends with people who are actually not good friends, or I'm not saying to stay in that relationship that is a bad relationship, right? I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's important, and we need to understand that it is okay to have people in our lives and to rely on people in our lives. It is okay to open yourself up to others and to the possibility of love or to really great friendships or family members. If you're blessed to have a good supportive family, I think that is very important that we make a note of that, because I just feel like it's not discussed enough. And I feel like that's how I view life now. There was once a time when I went through a bad breakup, trust me, I was very much like, I don't care about anyone, me, myself, and I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, and yada yada yada. And I was preaching that to the choir. And once I started to heal, I viewed life a lot differently. And I think when you find the right people, you're going to understand that. And you're going to realize it's so beautiful when you have good-hearted people in your life to rely on. So building meaningful relationships and not just cutting everyone off, because I feel like that's another thing that a lot of people promote is just I'm cutting everyone off. I'm cutting this person out of my life. I'm cutting that person out of my life. I'm cutting everybody out of my life. I don't think we should do that, right? And obviously, the people that are actually really bad for your health, mental health, or that are, you know, if you're in an abusive relationship, yeah, leave that. Leave that. But to quickly cut people off that when we are humans and we naturally make mistakes, I don't believe that. No one's perfect. There are issues that can be resolved. I don't believe in just cutting everybody out and just living life completely alone on your own. It's important to build meaningful relationships. Keyword, meaningful, positive relationships. To go off of that and go into number 2, be honest with yourself about what you want in life and stop listening to other people tell you what you should want in life. So if you don't agree with my ideology of like how I think life should be lived, that's fine. Like, have your own opinion. You don't have to follow my advice here or my discussion here. You don't have to agree with it. Pay close attention to what is it that you want, be it a new career, a new job, a new house. If you want a relationship, it is okay to admit that to yourself. Stop letting other people convince you otherwise. If you want to go after a career and people are like, that's dumb, or what are you doing, or they're asking multiple questions, you don't have to explain yourself to anyone, okay? Just do what you want to do and stop letting other people influence your decisions. And when it goes into relationships, even, if you want to find someone, that is totally okay. And it's okay to admit that. I remember one of my best friends had to remind me of that before I found my current boyfriend. And when I was healing from a past relationship, and she had said, it's okay to admit that you want a relationship. Like, you are a lover. You like relationships. You just have bad taste. That was something I had to come to realize myself, because a few days ago, I was watching this YouTuber who was mentioning, I think she had just gotten out of a relationship and she was going over things to do in 2022. And she had mentioned a bride walking down the aisle was like walking towards her death. And I was like, let's not push that. She was basically saying that be by yourself and you can do life by yourself. And while you can, yes, and that's totally fine if you want that. If you want marriage, if you want to date, if you want to have a committed relationship or even a polyamorous relationship or anything like that, it's okay to want that, and be honest with yourself and others if you need to about what it is that you want. If you are hearing like so many people talk about like, yeah, just do this by yourself, be alone, da 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 da, but you genuinely don't want to be alone and maybe you want a relationship, it's okay. It's okay to say that. Like, don't be afraid to admit to yourself that you want a relationship or that you want love or that you want to find that one person to spend your life with or whatever the case may be. Don't be afraid to just admit that. I think that's very important. And I feel like not enough people talk about that because everyone's like, you can do life by yourself. And like I said earlier, I just don't view life that way. Like, let's make the most out of it. And yes, you're going to get your heart broken. Yes, there are going to be some bad people out there or people that are just not for you. But when you find the right person in life and you have a healthy relationship, it's so different. So different. And I know because I'm speaking from experience right now. So be honest with what you want. And especially when it comes to going after what it is, if it's like a career or a goal, or maybe if you want to have that influencer life that so many people want nowadays, go for it. And don't let anyone else try to persuade you otherwise. Number 3, hype yourself up because you are it. And I have to also, when I'm telling you guys this, I'm also telling myself this because I definitely am an overthinker. I get in my head a lot. I can critique myself a lot, and I forget that I have to also be my own biggest supporter. While it's great to have support from family, friends, and even strangers, we have to remind ourselves that we are also not only our biggest critics, but we have to also be our biggest supporters. Sometimes I feel like I tell myself like I'm not good enough or I'm not talented enough, and I realized I have to stop saying that. Like, Who is saying this? No one but me. So why am I saying this negative stuff to myself? Recognize what it is that you do, the talents that you have, and don't be afraid to hype yourself up about it and congratulate or compliment yourself. And that goes into number 4, stop comparing yourself to others. Again, as I tell you all this, I'm telling myself this too. This is something I am working on this year because I know naturally I compare myself to others all the time. I'll be scrolling through Instagram and I'll be like, wow, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, talented. That's never me. And it's like, why am I saying that to myself? Why? Why do I feel a need to compare myself? We have to stop comparing ourselves to other, especially the things that we see on social media. We all know social media is a lie, right? People just highlight the best things that they want to. So let's stop comparing ourselves to the things that we see on social media and not worry about someone else's journey. Because everyone's journey is different. Everyone's talent is different. We are all our own individuals. So it's very important that we stop comparing ourselves because it's just doing harm and it's really not getting us anywhere. And most of the time, no one else is really comparing you to that person. And if they are, who cares? Like, don't listen to them. So again, when I'm telling you guys this, it's also a reminder to myself because I'm definitely the type to compare myself. Wow, this person's super talented. I'm not that talented. I don't think I could get there. But I can get wherever I want to get as long as I put the work in. So that's another thing where it's like sometimes we just have to get off social media and actually like focus on what it is that we want in life and stop scrolling so much on TikTok and Instagram. Trust me, I know TikTok is very easy to scroll. But sometimes we just have to get off of that. And that goes into number 5. Set up a plan and stick to it. I know it is so easy to maybe have in mind like, okay, on Friday at 5 o'clock, I'm going to film this and I'm going to edit it on Saturday to post for Sunday. And then Friday comes around and you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you don't do it. And then you're like, you know what, I'll just do it next weekend. I know the feeling because I've kind of done that with this channel, right? So lately what I'm going to be working on for this year and what we should all work on is setting up a plan, writing stuff down and sticking to that schedule. Now, of course, everyone needs days off. We all need mental health days or just rest days. It's okay to take those, but don't make it a habit where it becomes every day or every weekend you keep pushing stuff off because that's how we just stay kind of like this, maybe even a little this, and we're not progressing to where we want to go. I have this planner. If you saw me looking down, my notes were in it, the Legend Planner. I did fall off a little bit, but I've gotten really better now at like writing stuff down about what my week is going to look like and what I want to be focusing on either for the month or for the day or for the whole week. So I think it's very important that especially when you write something down, it's very helpful. Like, yes, our phones are helpful to have schedules and whatnot, but if you actually physically take a pen and write it down, for some reason, it just helps a lot better, I think, with our brains, and we tend to stick to it better. So while my phone is useful, I also find writing stuff down, I hold myself more accountable. So set up a plan, stick to it, and really just try to hold yourself accountable to the things that you have set in motion. When it comes to reaching a certain goal or success, you have to stick to a schedule, I believe. And that's something I'm learning, and I hope to be able to speak on more once I reach the goals that I want to this year. Because trust me, I've got some goals set up, some things that I have planned to do, and they will happen. They will happen. Those are my tips for things that we are going to do in 2022 to make it a great year, your year, my year, our year. If you guys liked this video, be sure to hit the like button. Leave a comment if there is anything that you would like to do for 2022. And follow me on all my social media, which is at The One Carrington. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in the next one.